Hi and welcome. This is the Silver Screen Show. My name's Abu. Thanks for joining us. We're already in episode 2, so we're now officially a series, guys.
Yay!
Great job there. Right, so before we get started, I'll introduce you to my panel. I'm once again joined by Mo.
Hello, I'm glad to have you here again.
And also a new addition to our team. She's already somewhat of a star already, shall we say. We just finished recording her first music video, Parama.
Thank you. Thanks, Abu. Thanks, Mo. Thanks for having me here. And it feels great to be part of this show because he's right. I'm not a star yet, but but it's true. I've just finished, I filmed my music video. And it's a Bengali rock fusion track, so I hope you guys like it. Yeah, so do watch my music video. Yeah, just wanted to say I worked with a great team of people. I worked with Raja Kashif, who's a British-Pakistani music composer, and he's done a great job. And the team was introduced to me by Rubaiya Jahan, who's a British pop star, in the Bengali society. She's done quite well herself. And the very famous Minhaj Kibriya, my director, the video, and he's shot lots of films in Bangladesh as well as in London. So yeah, it felt great to be part of the music video as well as this. And I think I'm quite an appropriate choice for this show since it's related to films. Yeah.
One with Bengali rock fusion. Not heard of that one before, but it sounds interesting actually.
It is.
Rock music. Right, okay, so let's get cracking. Let's get stuck in. There's only one place to begin. Big film of this month, Batman v Superman, Dawn of Justice.
Definitely.
We can spend a whole show talking about this one, but let's be simple. What did you like, guys?
Okay, so let me start by saying that this was a super hyped film. They started promoting the film 2 years back.
I know, I see trailers in 2014.
Yeah.
2016 is a long time away.
Yeah, I know.
Better be good.
And they moved the date as well.
Yeah.
So going into the theater, I had so much expectation. And I wouldn't say all of it was bad, but it certainly wasn't up to the mark as I was hoping the film would be. There's certainly good aspects to the film. I'm sure you'll agree as well. Bruce Wayne and Batman.
Ben Affleck.
Amazing.
I think Ben Affleck smashed it.
I'm always up for Ben Affleck, yeah. I think he rocks, yeah.
The Ben Affleck fan club, yes.
Even if I don't watch the film, which I didn't actually, we made several attempts to watch the film, with my family,
You got
with
busy
my
life
friends.
now, so it's...
Well, yeah, but didn't make it. But yeah, I will just say, if you ask me who I prefer, Batman or Superman, it's Ben Affleck.
Batman. Not even Batman, Ben Affleck. So, into the film. I think but there's a lot of doubts on Ben Affleck. Will he be able to do this? And a lot of hate on the internet. But I think
people really didn't want him to be Ben Affleck.
Yeah, it's a bit skeptical.
Yeah, but I think he's done a good job as Batman.
Yeah, because of Daredevil, he had a previous and he wasn't that good. But I think he's proved the doubts wrong, and he's probably going to direct the next film as well. So that's great on him.
He's a good director, by the way. I don't know if you've seen his films, Argo and
Gone Girl. Yep, seen them. It's not bad. I also think Wonder Woman. I think she did a great job. I think she was a bit too little of her. I would have probably wanted a bit more Wonder Woman in it, because she came in, she kicked ass at the end of the entire final scene, but she barely for 5 minutes. And
the final scene was only so much CGI. You can't really see what she was doing.
Yeah.
I'm being honest.
I know, and I think one funny thing was when they were together, and Superman's like, "Do you know her? Is she with you?" He's like, "No." I'm like, "What do you mean? You were emailing Wonder Woman literally in the previous scene, and you're just in a blanket now." That's a bit rude. So that's one of the few things that really got to me. I'm like, "Well, she just emailed her in the previous scene, so you know her."
Wonder Woman's soundtrack was amazing. I don't know if you spotted
the little rock music. I
should
be a fan of it.
I see. Yeah, I love rock.
It went amazingly. Yeah, it really pumped up the scene.
Exactly,
wherever
give
she
adrenaline pump.
Yeah.
So I think in that sense, action scenes were all great, but I think on the negative side,
I heard the storyline, right?
Yeah.
Speaking of the action scenes, I thought the opening scene of the film was really well done. When the Metropolis scene.
Oh yeah,
when Batman is driving through his Jeep.
And Superman's destroying everything.
Yeah, destroying everything. Showing the whole destruction from a human's perspective.
That's interesting.
That was really.
You can see why he, would want to fight him in a sense.
Yeah,
so,
those first 10 minutes, I was a little boy, but after that, it went so slow and.
So let's go into the negatives.
Yeah.
And let's try and keep it short and simple.
Why did you start?
Well, the night start.
What did you think?
I think it's the storyline. The pacing was just all over the place.
That's exactly what I heard.
Yeah, it was like it was Batman v Superman. I think they made a mistake calling it Batman v Superman. If they just call it Dawn of Justice, I don't think it would go as much hate. But when you call it Batman v Superman, you're expecting a huge battle.
Yeah, you think they hyped it too much.
It's more like Batman hates Superman. Superman's more like, I don't really want to fight you. That's not really.
Was it really the story behind it?
Oh yeah, Batman Superman was more coerced into this situation rather than him.
Just blackmailed into it rather.
Pretty much. And the plot twist was.
The final fight, they didn't really need to have a fight.
I mean,
if Superman just talked with Batman for a minute, that's it.
Spoiler alert.
We need it for the climax.
Spoiler alert. This film's a 1-1 false. I don't think people will be too annoyed. But the whole Martha, you know, like why did you say her name? I mean,
Yeah, it was.
see.
the reason they became friends basically was because they had the same.
Their mothers had the same name.
Yeah, I know what they're trying to do, saying that Superman's human as well. He has a parent as well, so you know he's not just an alien. But the way they did it,
Right.
it sounded really forced.
Yeah, imagine you're down and you're trying to tell someone that save my mother. You wouldn't say save my mother with a name. You'd say save my mother.
You say save my mom. You wouldn't say save
save my
Martha.
mom.
Like who calls their mom by the first name?
Exactly. Yeah.
So yeah, I mean,
Seems like I missed out.
you can still still in the cinemas. So
Yeah,
so
I
I'm-
think-
Yeah.
Yeah, speaking of the negatives, I think a lot of the plot points were really contrived and forcefully directed, like this Martha thing.
I think it could be edited a lot better, like pacing could be a lot more easier as well to make the storyline a bit more easier because they're trying to fit a lot in. Like the Avengers, they took 8 years to get to that point. You know, they built up characters, they built up films for this one film. It's a long-term project.
Right.
So, and I think if I give my review, three-word review, needed more time. Personally, I think you need a lot more films before they started throwing everyone together and make this big party, which I think felt a bit rushed.
For me, the 3-word review would be that's not Superman.
That's not Superman, wow.
Yeah, because
Henry Cavill, yeah, I think we did forget
it's
about
not
him.
Henry Cavill's fault.
I
It's
know,
the fault of the the direction they took the character to. A Superman just wouldn't go into a fight like that when he's got
So
his
much on
mother
the line.
being
on the
held.
line.
The first thing you would do is trying to have a dialogue with the guy. Because Superman, as strong as he is,
He can fly.
most of the times he solves problems through his brain,
Yeah.
not his brawn. Otherwise, the character becomes very boring.
And I think also Henry Cavill, as shown in The Man from U.N.C.L.E., which came out last year, he's a very charismatic individual, and I think this
Yeah.
film just killed him. There was no charisma.
Yeah,
He's just like, you know, he's very suave in Man from U.N.C.L.E. I think this guy's
Yeah.
perfect for Superman. In the
Right.
film, it's more like always just depressed and sad.
yeah.
I'm like, why are you sad for your Superman? It's like,
Yeah.
So yeah, so I feel let's
Didn't
I
bring
say,
out the best in him.
yeah, let's move on, like so we can spend the whole show
So
on this.
I'll break the rule, even though I haven't watched the film. I'd like
Go
to
ahead.
give a 3-word review. Ben Affleck rocks.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Okay. So moving on, a film we actually have watched,
Yes.
Zootropolis.
Ah.
Let's just off. It's Disney animation, came with huge fanfare, following up from the likes of Frozen and Big Hero
Exactly.
6.
Yes.
So let's open the floor to you guys.
Okay, so I
Why don't you
love,
start?
love animated films, and I love Zootropolis. And yeah, I thought it was better than Frozen. Frozen was a bit too girly, and like the target audience were like
Yeah, tween girls.
teens
yeah.
and kids.
Teens,
But
it'll be children.
children,
Teens
yeah,
love
mainly.
Frozen as well, trust me.
I liked Frozen, but I like this better. Yeah.
I'm not saying it's
So-
a bad film. Yeah, but
It's
go
not
on,
a bad
yeah.
film, yeah. But Zootropolis, like, you know, it had a message
Yeah.
for a larger set of audience. Yeah.
I think,
So I went to, like, it was a surprise. It came out as a surprise because I went to watch this film with my niece. Nieces, like, and
What did they
the
from
the
the
kids
kids'
loved it.
the
Kids'
kids
point of view, yeah, it's a great film.
Yeah.
But it surprised us since, you know, like, we are adults and we love the film. And my favorite
Yeah.
character in the film is the fox.
I love the fox. He's my
I
spirit
think he's
animal,
the
man.
best,
That's-
yeah.
I want to become
Yes.
like that guy, man.
I know.
So witty
It's
and
got like
slick.
the shades of black and white, like
Yeah.
dark shades, and it's really good. Yeah.
Yeah, very
He's
deep
brought-
characters.
yeah,
That
deep
was
characters.
my first impression when I saw the film. Like when they approached, you know, in the shop when someone's trying to buy an ice cream.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
introduce the two characters.
That's
that was the first
such
time
a
when
big
I,
twist. Yeah.
that was the first time when I thought, wow, this film is going places Hollywood normally does not very
It's
much
really
go.
animation. I think you
Yeah.
went deep. You talked about prejudice and racism, how
And
not,
predators,
yeah.
and yeah, I mean, so many
yeah, like
things.
how not to judge someone because of what the family did in
Yeah.
previous generations,
Exactly.
and even small stuff like workplace politics, like
Big
when when
messages.
your boss doesn't like you for no reason,
Exactly. Yeah.
how
Yeah.
you deal with that and stuff. You know, little things
and
like
how
that.
people can
True.
undermine you without
Exact-
even
Yeah.
seeing what you're like.
Ethnicity,
Exa-
racism, so many things.
Yeah, and I think that's
important.
that's a message that you know can also give to the kids. You know, it's
Exactly.
not just a funny film, which it is. It's
No,
also
it is funny as well as deep.
It is really
Yeah.
funny, yeah.
Yeah.
And the kids,
also the
when
humor's
they,
great. It's got its
Yes.
fair few
Humor's
grown-up
great as well.
jokes and the
Yes.
kids' jokes. you
It's
know.
true.
the kids
yeah.
when they grow up, they'll see a different film when they watch this again.
Of course, yeah, definitely.
They'll pick on a lot of things that they wouldn't have
I
otherwise.
think that worked because I know the previous thing from Big Hero 6,
Yeah.
that showed how to deal with grief and how little kids deal with it. And I think this film carries on giving a better message as well. So I think
Exactly. It's light-hearted as well as deep.
Yeah,
Like I
it
said,
carries
yeah,
a
at the
great
same time,
message.
it's really good. Yeah.
so. Let's go end it with our 3-word review. Let's start with Mo.
I mean, this film had really deep themes.
Yeah.
It tackled issues of racial stereotyping and
Yeah.
bigotry, which are real.
Where did that come from? In there?
Yeah, I know. Those are real issues.
Hmm.
So I would say it's my 3-word summary would be not typical Hollywood. It's far better than anything
I'll give that
I've
to you.
seen. Yeah, it's far better than anything
true.
I've seen in the animated area, for a long time.
Cool.
So I'd take light-hearted as one word because it's got a hyphen.
Fair enough. We'll allow it. We'll allow it.
Light-hearted and intense. Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. I'm gonna say it's better than Frozen because Frozen gets all the hype
Yeah,
and
I
attention.
agree. I agree.
And I think this
Yeah.
one just
I
But
do.
it doesn't have a song. Oh,
Oh, it
have a song. I'm
does.
sorry,
Gazelle,
I
you know
remember.
that giraffe? Yeah.
Yeah. Not
Yeah.
Gazelle.
Gazelle, right?
Shakira.
Gazelle.
I can forget Shakira.
How can you forget that? Yeah, exactly.
Oh, that tune was in my head.
Yeah.
That tune was in my head all throughout the entire
I
day.
know, that was a brilliant song at the end of the
I think
film.
we got singer on
That was
Hazelman.
really good.
So of course you remember Shakira.
Yeah, I remember the songs. Yeah, they were nice.
In fact,
yeah.
that scene was really cool when they go on the train and the song first starts.
Yeah,
you know, when
it's
she's
comes
going to the city.
Oh, I know. That was a really, because we watched it in 2D actually. I was hoping when I was watching that scene
Yeah.
that we watched it in 3D. Yeah,
Man, it was
because
really well done.
the
I think
graphics
the
were
song
really
had
nice.
good meaning.
Yeah.
You know, you
The
should try
graphics were
whatever you want
really
to
nice.
do.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
because your parents in the show, your parents want it to be this. Like, you don't have to do it. Do you really want-
Exactly. That's a very good message.
Yeah,
like,
so
you know,
it's full of good messages.
do what you want to be. Yeah,
And the witty
do what
fox.
you want to do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. So moving on, final review. 10 Cloverfield Lane.
Yeah.
Let's just see.
Another
yeah.
film I've missed out.
No,
Yeah.
don't worry. You're 1 out of 3 is not too bad.
I'm a guest in the show. Yeah, it's
Of
fine.
course, yeah.
32% is a pass mark, so
Yeah.
you pass.
But I did make an attempt to watch it yesterday,
That's not
but it wasn't showing. Wrong cinema.
right. So, I think what I liked about this one is that it wasn't your standard horror film. And films nowadays just rely on jump scares.
Yeah.
Like I talked about The Forest in the previous show.
Yeah.
It just purely relied on jump scares. Whereas this one relied on a lot more than just that. It relied on actually building suspense and danger.
Love suspense thrillers. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's a-
I mean, this was, it was something I have to bring up. It was a really well-acted film.
Oh, definitely.
John
Goodman.
Amazing acting.
He scared the
yeah.
hell out of me. He's
Had
like-
this not been a typical commercial film, it could have been an Oscar nomination. It was a really well acted. You could feel the guy's
because he just, just visibly imposing, and it's just,
intimidating figure.
and I think what was done was that this film was just shot in one location.
Right.
It's literally in the bunker.
It's in the house, right?
This is basically the
Yeah, I've
storyline.
seen
An
the
underground
trailers.
bunker.
Yeah,
I
so
see,
this
okay.
girl gets in an accident. She wakes up in a bunker, and the guy's like, "You can't go outside.
Because
The war's ended, or whatever."
Yeah.
And she's
She's
trapped in there.
intimidated
Yeah,
by
no.
him. Okay.
And she's like, is he telling the truth? What's happening out there? So I think what occurs was that she's not your stereotypical innocent, girl who can't do anything, helpless.
No,
She's very smart in this.
she's
film.
not a damsel in distress.
Exactly,
She's,
that's
right.
She's more a strong female character in the way of MacGyver.
Yeah, I mean, she's
rather
always
than-
figuring out how to
yeah.
escape, and she makes her own Iron Man suit, making stuff out of nowhere to escape. Things like this. And I think that showed her in a good light. It's not she wasn't just going to sit there and accept this guy who may or may not be correct. And I think throughout the entire film they built it up really well. I mean, until the very end, which is a bit of a downer on my side, because
So how was
was
the
it?
end? Like
end is a bit like
tragic.
it's not tragic. I mean,
It's not tragic. It's
totally
a
different.
twister.
Yeah,
I see, it's a twist.
Yeah, it's almost
Right.
two different films.
Yeah, like the beginning is like all intense and like
Right.
all set in this one bunker. The final 20 minutes, like she's outside fighting alien spaceships and like explosions, and it's a bit Die Hard. I'm like, okay.
I mean, I wouldn't say it was bad
Interesting.
because when you go into a film
Yeah.
with the Cloverfield terminology on it, you expect some kind of alien.
I
showing
was
up
expecting
somewhere.
aliens, but I wasn't expecting her to fight them with a Molotov cocktail. I'm like,
Yeah.
That's a bit left field, considering the whole
I
film was.
see. Okay.
Yeah, I knew it was gonna be aliens. If she just saw them and she just ran away, fair enough.
Yeah.
But she started fighting them. I'm like, okay, that's a bit
Yeah.
Rambo-esque. But apart from that, I think the film was great and I loved it. And I probably enjoyed it more than Batman, to be honest, because I watched them the day after each other, so I can easily
Yeah.
compare.
Oh yeah, I would say it's definitely a better film than Batman. Super tension film, and what a roller coaster of
Emotions, yeah.
The director's getting into your trust issues.
Of
Do
course.
you trust the
Do I trust
guy?
the guy?
Do you
Is
not
it-
trust the guy?
Exactly.
What he's saying. It was really fun going
Right.
through that.
Let's do a 3-word review. I'm going to say suspense done right.
Suspense done right. Mine would be, quite a few hyphenated words.
Go ahead.
Tension filled.
Okay.
Well crafted.
I love the hyphen. Yeah.
And
Man, makes you cheat.
roller coaster.
Fair enough.
Well,
fair
roller coaster is spelled wrongly. It's a one word.
Right, we need to kick on into the preview section now. What's going to come up next month? We got quite a few big hitters. Let's start off with probably the biggest one, X-Men Apocalypse, starring James McAvoy, Uncle
Everybody.
Fassbender, Jennifer Lawrence, and 300 billion X-Men as well.
Yeah.
I'm assuming you guys have seen the trailers.
Yes, I watched it and it looks brilliant. Like Jennifer Lawrence is such a good actress. I mean, that's one film I'm definitely gonna watch. Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
I think what they done, they've recast a lot of people. Like Storm is different now; she's a younger woman, and Cyclops, who they really I think killed, like as a character in the previous film, so got another chance to come back as a better person because Cyclops was a bit weak. He's the leader of the X-Men. But in the previous films, Wolverine just literally just pushed him around everywhere. Then he's died.
Yeah,
I'm like, yeah, that's great.
Although I don't buy Apocalypse how he looks.
Don't you feel robotic?
Yeah, he looks a bit weird.
We'd all see.
Well, yeah, the graphics look great. Yeah,
See, of course, CGI.
yeah, looks much better than the. Yeah, I mean, I think it's going to be a great film. Yeah,
Yeah, I think since First Class and Days of Future Past, they've been smashing it. So looking forward to that one.
Yes.
Another film coming out this month is a sequel, Bad Neighbors 2.
Looking forward to that one.
Starring Seth Rogen, Zac Efron, Rose Byrne, Chloe Grace Moretz from Kick-Ass.
Hit Girl.
Hit Girl, yeah, Hit Girl's back. It's all grown up now.
Yeah.
Just might watch it.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that film.
I'm assuming the first one was pretty, it was a solid comedy.
Yeah, I watched the first
a bit
one.
surprised, but I wasn't expecting too much from it. But you know, Seth Rogen usually does good stuff.
Yeah.
And I mean, what's his name? Zac Efron.
Zac Efron as well. Yeah.
He played the jock stereotype pretty well. I think he was born to play that.
Ripped off now, yeah.
Yeah, he's a bit ripped as well. Yes, we know he's ripped.
Ripped.
Would you recommend the first one?
First one's not bad actually. It's a bit of a R-rated comedy, I'd say. So you know, if you're anticipating something like that, then
It's good though.
oh,
It was brilliant. Yeah,
it's a solid,
It's a really
7
good
out of
comedy.
10. You know,
And yeah, I mean, this one's different because it's got the sorority girls and the American Pie feel, and like it's got the rom-com factor as well as the chick flick. So it's a mixture of everything.
It'll be good fun.
Sounds good.
Yeah, I mean, definitely check it out. I'm not plugging in. I'm not paid for this. I'm just suggesting it.
None of us are.
But I love comedies like this.
Yeah, comedies. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Fine. Let's finish off with one last film. Whiskey Foxtrot Tango. I think this looks interesting. It's something starring Tina Fey.
Tina Fey. Yeah.
Yeah.
It
looks like a really interesting trailer and a bit different take on comedy than
exactly.
what you normally see.
For the audience, it's a quick film. It's about a journalist played by Tina Fey who gets moved to cover events in Afghanistan. So she plays like a bored employee, bored of her life. She wants to do something different. So she takes an assignment to go into Afghanistan and cover all the issues over there. So it stars Martin Freeman as well and Margot Robbie. Got good cast, good funny cast in there. And it's more of a satire to see how she would cope as a fish out of water in that sense rather than a straight up comedy. So I think that's something that caught my eye among all the release videos.
Yeah, I'm quite looking forward to it. In fact, I think it would be better than I think the trailer shows.
Yeah, I think Tina Fey, her stuff in Saturday Night Live is quite legendary, I suppose. And whenever she's involved in something, it's really pretty funny. Yeah. And I love my comedy films, so...
Yeah, she does have a great sense of humor.
Yeah, Martin Freeman, from The Office and stuff, he's great in this kind of role as well.
From Sherlock, you mean?
From Sherlock as well, yeah.
That's true. Yeah.
Forgot all about Sherlock.
That's true, yeah.
So, that pretty much rounds everything off. Thanks for joining us, Pam. Hopefully
You're welcome, and I promise next time I'll watch all the films.
You better. And once again, thanks, Mo, for making this happen.
Yeah, I'm glad to be here, mate.
Brilliant, and that's cut.